They were drunk, they were drinking, they were smoking. Afrikanski, bitch, bad bitch, bad bitch. So one of them that came to me, I was touching my arm, like, come to me, I love you. I looked at the person. Excuse you, you rotten esophagus, stay away from me, my darling. So look that I am. Let me breathe. Don't suffocate me. You owe me the responsibility. Please, my brown caramel skin, breathe. I know I'm pretty. Can you see? I know I'm beautiful. I know, but leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Today, I'm going to speak about a very touching, traumatic story about being a Black woman in Russia and a solo traveler. So I'm a Nigerian woman, a lady. Yeah, I'm a Nigerian lady, and I started traveling 3 years ago. I've been in Russia for 6 years, and I started traveling 3 years ago. I became I became stable financially, so I decided to travel. And I remember so far I've traveled to, let's say, 10 cities, if I'm not mistaken, within Russia. And the thing was that a lot of traumatic experiences I've had traveling alone. One thing for you to travel, to be a Black lady in another country, and there's racism. And another thing is to be a solo traveler too. So, yeah. So I got sexually harassed in a way. Yeah. So I remember I was traveling to, what city was that? I think Krasnodar. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. So I bought a bus. Sorry, I think it was a bus or a train. No, a blah blah car bus. So blah blah car is like the cheapest way for transportation from another city to another city, in Russia here. So it was my first experience with using BlaBlaCar. I got traumatized after then. It was just once I got that experience, and other times I've been so careful when traveling. So I remember I got a bus from Moscow. I visited a friend of mine who is a medical doctor too. So I visited a friend, and then she took me to the car park. I boarded the car, and there were 4 persons. I'm the only Black person there, and I'm a woman. I'm a lady. So, the guys that were staring at you like, are you a prostitute? They'll be looking at you like, how much for a night, my darling? You're looking hot and sexy. Mind you, I'm traveling. It's summer. And I remember it's like summer, summer you wear cool outfits and all, everyone wears shorts during summer, or a dress. I've forgotten what I wore that day said. So even a lady wearing a lady's dress code is not valid for you to harass a lady. I beg, please. I was traveling and I get cold easily. So I'm with my hoodie, my hoodie, it helps me because I get cold easily. And I remember I wore a trouser. I traveled. I remember then they were trying to engage me into conversations, and I was just like, Nipa Nima, you Ruski. I don't understand Ruski. That was what I was saying. And then the next thing I know what, and then and then I heard Suka. Suka is a curse word. It means bitch in English. So I was like, excuse you, why are you calling me that? Like, it was given. So I was like, translate for me. I heard that. I was so angry. So I took my phone and translated. So I was translating. I was saying what they were saying. They're like, oh, African babes in Moscow, that like a lot of them are into prostitution. Why am I behaving too hard to get? So I translated that thing. So I now translated and replied. I heard what they're saying. I pretended like I understand what they're saying, but I translated with my Google Translator. So I replied. I said, "Извините, меня зовут Amanda. Сейчас я из Medistiet student car. Yeah, it's student car. My risk is not very perfect. So I was telling them I'm a medical student and I showed them my student card. That's how they were like, okay. Okay. So apart from that, that was after boarding that bus, I got to the city, the Krasnodar. I got there safe. I had fun and I got back and then coming back to from Krasnodar to Cooks, the city where I am. So I remember that summer, that was last year it happened. That last summer I went for a business forum at St. Petersburg, and then St. Petersburg I headed to Moscow, and then from Moscow I headed to Kazan, and then Innopolis, and then Innopolis I headed back to Moscow, and then Moscow I headed to Krasnodar, and then Krasnodar I headed back to my city. Yeah, it's not a brag, but I travel a lot in it. So getting back from Krasnodar, I wanted to get a straight bus or train from Krasnodar to Cooks, and it was difficult to find. And then a friend of mine then was like, okay, he tried his best to like find a bus or a train. It didn't work out. I checked too, it didn't work out. So it's difficult. If you're traveling to Krasnodar, understand that it's difficult for you to get a bus directly from Krasnodar to far cities like Cooks, because it takes like 20, it takes at least 18 to 24 hours from Krasnodar, that part of Russia, to get to this part of Russia where we are. Yeah. So Moscow to my city, it's close, like 6 hours, I think. So the Krasnodar, I was seeing train ticket, I was seeing in 2 weeks time is not possible. I have to resume school, and I was my final year. I was entering sixth year, so I was like, okay, I had to go, and then I booked I booked a bus from Krasnodar to Rostov. I went to Rostov, another city in Russia. I met a friend then, and then and then the next day, from Rostov, I saw a bus heading to Cooks, my city where I stay right now. So my base. So I ordered a bus from Rostov to Cooks, and then on the bus I met some, I've forgotten how they call this. Is it Afghanistan or what they call these people? Uzbek people. No offense, it just made me dislike that nationality, because they were the people who did that nonsense to me. So apparently I was in the bus, and then they were smoking and drinking, and what saved me that day was a Russian who speaks English language. The guy actually stepped in. I was like, stop, she's my girlfriend. So apparently if you're a black lady and you're single, it is not 100% safe for you to travel alone. It's better you travel with somebody. But me, I've gotten used to it. I know how to protect myself. So I travel alone. Nothing's going to happen to me anymore. So I remember they will respect you more if you are with your fellow black person as a partner. If you're two girls, it might not be safe for you. To be nice, a boy should be with you. So that sometimes, even let's say, I remember there was a time when I was in Krasnodar, I went to a park, swimming, a park, right? Santorini, it's a beach kind of vibe, the pool and everything. And then a friend of mine then, we went there then. And then I remember I was sitting with my swimming outfit. I'm not someone who is what I was. It was first time I was wearing, sexy heart, sexy heart. Guys. So I'm a thick lady and I'm sexy. I'm hot. I'm hot. Ah, if you have seen me before, I'm a hot babe. So I'm hot. I'm a thick figure eight queen. I don't know how God did it. How God created me in a way that no matter how I add weight, my figure eight still shows. But I hide it under tomboy. I'm disguising as a tomboy. I keep my body. I cover it, isn't it? So first time I was trying to, I exposed my body because of the swimming stuff I wore. This is what I wore here. So I wore, I displayed on the screen. So I wore what's it called again? The swimming suit. And then I wore a skirt to cover my ass, my bum in it. The hips, the laps, everything. A babe, crushing on myself. So I came out. My male friend was like, baby, yo, girl, you're looking hot, innit? Like, And I was shy because first time, and I'm like shy. I was trying like, oh my god, oh my god. So it was my first time wearing such outfit, yeah. I've not been too exposed in that way. But it's summer and everyone literally wear bikini and all. And sometimes it irritates my skin. I'm like, let me be more decent. Let me wear my skirt and all. My skirt is covering my bum, and I walked to the place with my flying beautiful afro hair. Called, I don't know what to call the hair. It was so beautiful. And then I was walking. The guys were staring like, oh, this guy's hot. I got to where my male friend is. We're chilling, and then he went to swim and all. So me, I was even like, okay, I don't know how to swim. I can only use the balloon, the swimming, all this what's it called? All these balloons they put on I forgot what they call. I don't know what they call that shit, man. So I will hold on to it to swim. You get? So my friend was telling me, "Well, come and swim." I'm like, me, I don't know how to swim. So okay, I will teach you. I'm like, me, I'm more interested. You can do. I'll be snapping pictures. Let me be doing my slay queen vibe. I'm a baby girl for life. Let me be taking my pictures. Or you can snap me. I'm here to take pictures, not to swim. I don't know how to swim. Me and water were not friends. So I was like, okay, no problem. And then he was swimming, and then some Russian guys approached me. That was the second attempt, another attempt, like two Russian guys were like asking me, hey, they were trying to check me and being seductive, saying crazy words to me. So me, I didn't pay attention to it. I was like, leave me alone, leave me alone. I was so uncomfortable. I'm like, hey, is it because I'm me? Of course, there are a lot of white ladies there. I'm the only black lady in that space. And of course, there's always a difference. No offense. But black women, the way God did our body, I don't know, like, you understand? Yeah, yeah. The bunda is bundaring, the bomb is bombing, girl! The yash is yashing. I can tell you. Some from the UK. The yash is yashing. Like, Afrikaanski. Da, but y'all sir. African queen looking sexy and hot. So my male friend was, then my male friend then was like, he was swimming, and then he saw how uncomfortable I was. He didn't even notice. He noticed late because he was swimming and all. So when he got to the surface, he was like, he saw that I was uncomfortable. I was like, I think I called out to him. I've forgotten. So he came up and and then he came to where I am. He was like, Draste was greeting them. He was like, oh, hello, sorry. And they were like, this lady is so beautiful and hot, and you get that kind of thing. You're trying to talk to her and that kind of thing. And then he goes like, oh, no. It was like, oh, no, that's my woman. That's how this person covered up for me. Lord have mercy. That's how he covered up for me, bro. That's how this friend of mine then covered up for me that day. Like, they'll be pestering you. You can't just be hot and be a African woman in peace and a single African woman in peace in Russia when you're traveling. It's hectic. Let me breathe. I don't want to know you. Stay away from me, my darling. And so it do be the old man in it. Like, why are you 50? I'm entering your eyes. Your wife is there. Your girlfriend. I know the funniest thing. Some of them, they will have a girlfriend. They will approach you, and the baby is looking you with bad eyes from afar. Before someone will go and pour acid on you. Please, this African body you're following. The Ike, the Yansht. So I was like, okay, that's how that person, the guy, the friend I went out with, then helped me out, get out of that uncomfortable situation, scenario. And then going back to when I was going back to Cooks, the Uzbek guys, they were drunk, they were drinking, they were smoking. I was so disgusted. During the break, when you're traveling, there's a break, there's a break for you to urinate, you go to use the toilet, smoke. Russians, a lot of them smoke off the code, smoke, drink and everything, because when you enter the bus, you are not forbidden, prohibited to do all these things. Even shisha, you are not allowed. So they were drinking, their mouth was smelling and everything. They were totally drunk. Some be walking like this and walking like this. Like, bro, don't vomit on my skin. I could slap a lot from the UK. Yuck. So I was like, okay, any from the UK. maintaining my steez, my beautiful baby girl for life. So I'm like looking and observing. And then the person who was sitting close to me, he understands English a bit. So we're trying to have conversations, we're talking, and the guy is a cool handsome guy. Yeah. We're talking, honey, okay. Yeah. But I've met a lot of strangers, but I don't take numbers. Neither do I even exchange numbers. I don't even give out my numbers per se. No offense. So I was like, okay. And I was using my partner's the guy who is cool. I was using his charger to charge my phone, and then during the break, everybody have to come down from the bus, and people are using the toilet. So people are buying snacks to eat and all. So me, I was doing my own thing. I went to use the toilet, and I got back, and I was now in the place where they're buying snacks. I want to buy snacks, so those guys were there, and they're telling me African ski, beach, bad bitch, bad bitch. So one of them that came to me, I was touching my arm, like, hey, come to me, I love you. The first name me. I looked at the person. Excuse you, rotten on sofa girl, stay away from me, my darling. So the guy was like holding my hands and touching me. I'm like, bro, can you get the hell out of my skin? That's how I was sexually harassed when I was traveling alone as a solo traveler. And it was all touchy, and then I'm like, bro, leave me alone. This guy did not agree. Oh, Lord have mercy. I was trying to hug him. I'm like, bro, let me breathe. So the guy was not trying to like touch my bum. I think he touched my bum. I forgot it. I just pushed him away like this with full force. He was shocked. And then the guy now came on like, hey, leave her alone. Don't treat her that way. She's my girl. That kind of thing. Guys, all to two things. Throughout my trip as a solo traveler, 3 times guys have actually stood up and pretended to be my partner in order to stay away from harassment. And it's so sad and crazy. Like, can I not be a classy solo traveler, as a beautiful, classy lady that I am? Let me breathe. Don't suffocate me. You owe me the responsibility. Please. It was crazy, guys. Even when I went to Moscow, they'll be drawn, they'll trying to touch you like, bro, let my brown caramel skin breathe. I know I'm pretty. Can you see? I know I'm beautiful. I know. But leave me alone. Please leave me alone. So, guys, that was traumatic. So, since that day, I've been so cautious, since that day, like, sometimes I'll mix pepper. I don't know where to even get pepper spray here. I'll mix pepper in a spray bottle. I'll put it in my bag. Touch me. Touch me. The one time I put suya pepper, I'll put it in your eye. So, do you know the funniest thing? Like, when you take precautions when traveling, that's when people will not harass you. It's like they know that you are fully armed. So that's the thing. I felt so bad, So yeah, so if you're traveling, please, stay safe and all. If you're traveling as a single lady, a single black woman, please stay safe. And of course, maybe another video, I'm going to share tips. I'm going to share tips on I'm going to share tips for protection, when traveling. Like, it must have knowledge and equipment when traveling alone as a lady, as a black woman in Russia. Yeah. So guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And see you on our next video. Bye.